Good. All right. Excellent, excellent. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for this Power Yoga Zen Bar mashup. This class is going to be packed full of core drills. We're still going to stretch you out. You're going to leave feeling really strong and really relaxed, all in 30 minutes. So there's a few things that could be helpful before we get started. Essential oils, if you use them and like them. Blocks, if you have them. If you don't have blocks at home, you can use pillows, anything to kind of support yourself. These are great to modify and adjust any poses that we do. And if you're up for a challenge today, you can grab a set of small weights. Anything from, 1 pound to 5 pounds is plenty. All right. We're going to get started here. And if you're ready, come to a comfortable seated position on your mat. If you need a moment to grab your supplies, go ahead and do so. And just ground down here for a moment. Lower, close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale. And take a moment here to clear your mind, to let go of anything you're holding on to this morning. If you have your essential oils with you, go ahead and sprinkle a few drops in your hands. Rub your hands together. Build in some heat. And then gently place them on the back of your neck. Gently massage this area, bringing some warmth into your neck and thoracic spine, your shoulders, an area we tend to carry a lot of tension. Release. Inhale, take a deep breath, fill up your lungs, and exhale. Into prayer, heart center. Take a moment here to focus on your intention. Maybe just an intention for this class. Why did you show up today? Talking about intentions a lot in some of the other workshops and programs. But for this class, I'm just asking you, why did you show up this morning? Deep breath in. And out. Walk your hands forward. Come to child's pose, bringing your big toes to touch, knees the width of the mat. Sink your hips back. This is a beautiful hip opener. Lengthening the spine, opening the hips, opening the shoulders. You can come to this pose at any time throughout the practice if you need to. On your next inhale, walk your hands over to your right, stretching out the left side of your body. And then walk them to the left, stretching out the opposite side. Back to center. And rise up, tabletop position. In tabletop, your wrists should be directly underneath your shoulders, your knees directly underneath your hips. Take a few cat-cows here. Inhaling, dropping the belly down, looking up slightly. Lift the sit bones up. Exhaling, pulling the belly button into the spine. Finding that core that root lock as you pull the pelvic floor and core in, moving with your breath, just feeling where you might be having any tension in the body. And then come to pause in tabletop. Fix my hair here. From tabletop, plant your left hand down, directly underneath your shoulders. Extend your left foot back, toes touching the floor, and reach your right arm forward. Engage the core, pull up on the belly button. From here, start to lift that left leg and flex the heel. Hold it here. Engage the core. Hold it. And release. Same thing here. Keep the right toes down. Hips are nice and in line. The left arm is reaching forward. Start to lift that right leg up. Flex the heel. Squeeze the glutes. Keep the hips in line. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Engaging the pelvic floor. Engaging the core. Hold it here. Keep breathing. And release. Now we're going to bring the blocks in already. So if you have blocks or a pillow, you're going to place them like this, directly in front of you on the ground. And come to your forearms, letting your fingertips rest on the ground. Now this helps for a number of reasons. Namely, if you're not used to being on your wrists as much, this can really relieve the wrists, and it can help you stay in alignment. So from here, we're going to reach our right leg back, just like we did before. We're floating it again, just like we did before. Flex that heel. And then from here, we're going to bring our right knee out to the side and extend it back. Right knee comes up and in and back. Now notice I'm not like trying to squeeze in here or coming out of alignment. I'm staying super nice and straight. My hip is open, and I'm just taking it right here and then right back. Yours may look different depending on your mobility. Keep going here. This is a beautiful, beautiful core drill for your obliques and your glutes. Let's do this 3 more times. 2 and 1. Release down. Left leg back. Lift it up, flex the heel. Open the hip, and then bring the left knee in towards your left shoulder, and then extend it back. Pull it in. Keep the core engaged the entire time. Keep that root lock engaged. Moving slowly with control. You can really feel this. You can feel it a little in the hip flexor and in that glute. Let's do this 3 more times. And 1. Good, excellent. Just step off the blocks for a moment. Let's take a cat-cow. One more time. And then you can choose whether to keep your hands planted or come down to your forearms again using the blocks. Again, this is a great option if you're working on with wrist strength. If not, you can keep your hands just like this. We're going to extend our right leg back, and then you're going to bring it over to your left. So you're reaching it behind you to the left. Yes. And then you're going to swoop it all the way out to the side. Beautiful. And then bring it back. Swoop it all the way out to the side and bring it back. All the way out to the side and back. Keep going here. Three more times. Maybe even starting to see if you can barely touch that big toe to the ground. Excellent. And release. Float the right leg up. Left arm extends out. Bend the right knee. Reach behind you for your right ankle. And kick the right foot up to the sky. Release. Left leg extends back. Same thing on the other side. You're windmilling that leg around. I'm just going to move some of my supplies here. So you're starting with your left leg back to the right side, and then you're windmilling it all the way around, all the way up to your left shoulder. Back and up, back and up. You can come down to the blocks and do the same thing here without burdening your wrists. 3 more times. Excellent. Extend the left leg out. Reach your right arm forward. Bend the left knee. Reach the right hand back to grasp for that ankle. And then lift the foot up to the sky. Release down. Bring your big toes to touch. Bring your knees together and push back. Child's pose. Now in this version of child's pose, our knees are touching, our forehead is walking towards the mat. And a lot of times we bring our arms back, but this time we're going to walk our hands out to the right, just like we did before. But you're going to feel an even more intense stretch up the left side body, those obliques that we were just working. And then walk your hands over to the left, feeling it on the right side. And back to center. Take a deep inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, tuck your hips up to the sky. Reach your right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee, lift it to the sky. And release it down. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. And release it down. On your next inhale, walk your feet to your hands. Come to ragdoll, grabbing for opposite elbows. And then you can stay here or maybe grabbing a block, place the block directly below you. Plant your hand, your right hand, bend your right knee and reach your left arm up to the sky. Switch to left hand to the block, right arm up to the sky. Now you can keep going this way, or if you want to bring it, turn it into a bit of a core move, remove the block and simply move with control. Pulling the belly button in the entire time, making sure that you have the core strength to move through these postures without the support of the floor of the block. And one more time on each side. Release and roll up. Mountain pose. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, chair pose. Make sure that you can see your toes below your knees. Turn your pinkies in. Inhale, reach up. And then we're going to exhale. We're going to bring our hands down, and we're just going to tap the mat right by our ankles. And then we're going to inhale, lift up. Exhale, tap the mat right here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Tap the mat. Inhale, up. Keep the core strong. Exhale, tap the mat. 2 more times. Last one. Exhale, tap the mat, and then roll all the way up, mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, interlace all 10 fingers. Release the index finger. Bring your big toes and heels to touch. Inhale, reach to the sky, and then exhale, reach to your right. Your left bicep comes to your left ear as you lengthen the left side of your body, keeping your spine nice and straight, keeping your core engaged. Back to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, other side. And back to center. With a strong core, start to lift your gaze up. Maybe tracing your fingers towards the back wall. If your gaze comes to the back wall, you can continue to reach back, but it's not necessary. Just go with control here. You don't want to dump into the lower back. Engage the core and then fold forward. Release your bind, walk it out here. Release your neck. And just do what feels good here. Maybe bending one knee and then the other. Maybe lifting your heels up. Pedaling it out. And then bending your knees, bring your abdomen to your thighs. Bring your hands to your calves or ankles. Maybe if your hands are down there, you can slide your fingers underneath your heels. Shift your weight into your toes. Wherever you are, start to lift your hips to the sky. Release the neck. Maybe begin to straighten the legs, never locking them out. Just getting a nice deep stretch. Gently release. Heel toe your feet out so that they're hip distance apart. Bend your knees. Tap the mat near your ankles. And then lift up, chair pose. Bring your hands underneath each other. So your right arm goes underneath the left, cross, wrap, and twist. We're moving into eagle arms. Stay here. And then let's play with balance for a moment. Shift into your left leg. Lift your right heel up. And then release your right heel down. Shift into your right leg. Lift your left heel up. Just keep going back and forth like this for a moment. Engage the core. Engage the pelvic floor the entire time. You're doing amazing. You want to add some challenge to this. Start to lift those knees up. Keep the core engaged. Moving with control. And then the next time you plant down that left foot, bring the right leg all the way up and cross it over the left into eagle. You can touch your right toes down to help with balance. Do whatever works for you. Unravel, Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, mountain pose. So balance and the core are so intricate to each other. One feeds off of the other. And as we age, balance becomes more and more difficult for us to maintain. Our core becomes more difficult for us to maintain. So these little drills can really help us. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, left arm underneath right, cross wrap and twist, sink into chair. Shift the weight into the left, lift the right heel. Shift the weight into the right, lift the left heel. Keep going side to side, pulling that core back. The belly button's coming back to the spine, the pelvic floor is coming up. And then maybe start to lift each leg up, really working that core. Keep breathing. Stay focused here. And the next time your right foot plants down, lift your legs up and over. Eagle pose. Hold it here. Find your point of focus. Come back to that intention. And release. Unravel. Mountain pose. Plant in through the right foot. Step the left foot back. Drop your knee down. Untuck the toe. Lift the arms up. Enjoy the stretch. And then tuck the back toe. Straighten the leg. Lift the knee up, coming into crescent pose. Step your leg back up to the right. And switch. Right leg steps back. Drop the knee down, untuck the toe, lift up, look up. Tuck the toe, lift up, step back. Mountain pose. We're going to do some crescent dips. If you have the weights and you'd like to bring them into this, you're welcome to grab them now. You don't need them. It's up to you. I offer these challenges. It's always up to you to decide whether or not they're right for you. Not everyone is, and every day, every body is completely different, and every day is different. If you have your weights, you can hold them at chest center. If you don't, you can simply keep your hands on your hips. And then we're going to step our left foot back into crescent. Make sure that we keep our knee above our ankle. And then we're going to bend the back knee, but we're not going to tap all the way down. We're going to come down as if we're going to tap that left knee. And then we're going to lift up. We're going to come down and lift, come down and lift. Keep going here. Make sure the entire time that you can see your right big toe beyond your knee. If you can't, I want you to drop the weights and readjust your form. Okay? We're moving slowly with control. 2 more. Excellent. Step your left foot forward. Right foot back. Bend that back knee. Down and up. You're almost touching down to the mat. Maybe just grazing it. Checking that the left toe is in your eyesight from here. Engaging the core, the pelvic floor. You got 3 more. 2 and 1. Excellent. Step your right foot forward. Set the weights down. Take a large step to the right. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to goalposts. You can have your palms facing in or out. And then you're going to bring your heels in about to a 45-degree angle. So your feet are turned out to a 45-degree angle. And we're going to lower down into a goddess pose. We're going to hold it here. Hold it. And then we're going to lift our right heel up and set it down. Left heel up, set it down. Right, left, right, left. Keep going here. You want to get really crazy? Guess what? You can bring those weights in. And this is not necessary. It just depends what you want today. This is a power yoga Zen bar mashup, so we're bringing in some extra moves. You can keep alternating feet or lift both heels up. Hold them. Hold it. Keep breathing. Give me a smile. You're doing great. Shaking is good. And then start to pulse, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Straighten the legs. Turn the toes in so that your feet are parallel or slightly pigeon-toed. Reach your arms out in opposite directions. Squeeze the front of the legs and then swan dive forward. Grabbing for opposite elbows. Feel this beautiful stretch. Release the neck, squeeze the front of the legs. When you engage the front of the legs, it allows the back of the legs to really open up. And then maybe walk your hands over to your right. Get a deeper stretch here. And then walk your hands over to your left. Come back to center. Strong core brings you up. Bring your heels in. We're going to bring our hands to prayer. And we're going to lower down into a yogi squat, halasana. If this is too much, you can bring your hands like this. And just going to open those hips. Really intense hip opener, so go slowly here. Make sure it feels okay for you. And then we're going to sit down. Bend the knees. Reach your arms out, boat pose. We can't go through a power yoga class without some version of boat. Lift your heels up, point your toes. Reach your arms forward. Really engage the core and pelvic floor here. Lift both feet up, then touch them down. Lift and lower. Engage that root block as you lift and lower. Keep going. Lower, lift, lower. You can keep tapping like this. If you've been practicing for a while, you can hold it. Hold, hold. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can straighten both legs. Hold, hold. Remember, you're choosing what's right for you. And then wherever you are, you're going to lower down almost till you're touching the mat and pause. Rise back up, boat pose. Lower all the way down. Pause. Rise up. This is high boat. This is low boat. Rise up, high boat. Lower down. Hold it here. Hold it. Hold it. And release. Rise up, lift your shoulders just gently off the mat, reaching your arms forward. Extend your right leg up and hover your left leg just a few inches above the mat. We're almost done. With control, switch. Left leg up, right leg hovers, not touching down. Switch. 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 Keep going here. We're only doing one set, and we're already halfway there. This is it. We're going to be done after this. We'll do a beautiful stretch to end class. 2. And last 1. Bring both knees in. Release back. You can just rock side to side here. Gently massaging your lower back. And then plant your left foot to the mat. Bring your right ankle over your left thigh. And thread your hands behind your left thigh for a beautiful stretch. Feel your body calming, slowing down. Switch sides. Noticing all that energy, all that positive, healthy energy flowing through you. Movement in the body. Release. Bring both knees in. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale, release. Stretch your arms up, your toes down. Stretch in opposite directions. And then release. Come into your final Savasana. Take as much time as you need in your final Savasana. Take time for you. Take time to find gratitude and thank yourself for doing something amazing for your body and your mind, for ending this year on such a strong and powerful note. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you, everyone, so much. Hey, Josephine, thank you. Happy New Year, everyone. Let me know what you think of this Power Yoga Zen Bar mashup. If you've never done it with me before, hopefully you have a little glow to you to welcome the new year. And remember, if you are looking for more of this, I have the Yoga Strong program coming up and starting on January 10th. So you can join me in that. But I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope you have a beautiful weekend.